I was going to slowly ease you in. I know you're injured.
Please don't hit me again, Tom. Please don't hit me again. Don't break
I
my
know
other
you're
arm.
injured, and I didn't want to get you all excited, but
Don't break my other arm, Tom. Please, please.
if you act up tonight, I'm going to break your other arm tomorrow. That's all I'm going to tell you. But anyway, we're here on a Sunday night.
You're going to treat me like this every time you see me.
The bat is sitting in for Chris Vecchio tonight.
Yeah, even injured, I could come in for Chris Vecchio, for crying out loud. He didn't have the kid. He didn't pop one out. He's just sitting there. Was he handing out cigars? What do they do now? Was it bubblegum cigars? I mean, what's a guy like him hand out? What does he do?
I don't know. I think he said San Gennaro Feast tonight, he said.
I didn't go. I wish I went when I was in.
I forgot it was on. And we should have.
Today's my mom's birthday, by the way. Heavily happy birthday to mom.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
But we still should have gone to San Gennaro because I've watched 25 TikToks on the whole thing. I got all the best places down, and we were right there, and I didn't go. And I was close. Our hotel was close.
Yeah. We were close.
Yeah, we could have walked.
Could have walked. Stupid.
Anyway, I'm Tom Sosnoff. He's Tony Batista. This is First Call on a Sunday night. And like I said, Vecchio is out for a week or so, or a couple weeks for maternity leave. But
you gave me the weekend off. Vinny was born on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you had me working on Monday. You had me traveling on Monday.
Why weren't you working on Friday? I mean, that's not impressive.
Boy, have you gotten soft, boss. Soft.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
This maternity.
Don't hit me. Don't hurt me.
This maternity leave thing has really gotten out of control. All I remember is when we were trading on the floor, we'd have a baby on a Wednesday and you'd be at work on Thursday.
Okay? At least.
I'm telling you, I didn't even take a day off.
Yeah, you take the paycheck away. Everybody comes back to work. You see that real quick.
Yeah.
You watch.
Anyway, we're here. We kind of missed. I wouldn't say we missed Friday, but we were busy doing the show on Friday, so we kind of missed the triple witching in the morning, being able to trade ourselves. But we definitely traded all morning in New York.
We had fun.
Yeah, we had a great time with the crowd, and we had a great time trading. We made a ton of trades. So we were watching the market all day. It was just we just didn't make a lot of trades ourselves. But I think everything. The good news is
I'm still undefeated.
You are. And we had a good day and we had some fun. We still got some positions on, and it'll be good. It's good. Anyway, but we ended up closing. Not at the highs, but pretty damn close.
Wait a minute. We had all-time highs for the even the S&Ps, and
was it a closing high on Friday?
Sure. NASDAQ.
Yeah, NASDAQ. I thought so, but the S&Ps. Well, they were higher during the day, but they came down.
Yes, but it was a closing high. Come on.
Okay.
The best. This is the best they got. This is all they got. Come on. I'm still here. I'm still standing.
Yeah, I'm still here too, which is shocking.
Gold over 3,700. No big deal. What's this matter? Fine.
Yeah. I went home a little bit short, but I don't think they're going to do anything tonight. I think they're going to be.
I just need to know one thing. Is it buy Rosh Hashanah or sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur? Buy Rosh Hashanah, sell Yom Kippur, sell Rosh Hashanah?
I always said it was buy Rosh Hashanah, sell Yom Kippur.
Me too, but I think we're wrong. I think we're wrong.
Only because everybody else waits to see what happened, and then they say it. Okay. It's always been, when we were on the floor, it was always buy Rosh Hashanah, sell Yom Kippur. But I don't know what that, I don't even know when Rosh Hashanah or Yom Kippur is. So it's when it is. I think it's tomorrow or something, but I don't know.
It is tomorrow. I think it's sell Rosh Hashanah. So no, I think you're going to have to hold more deltas.
No, never was, unless you change in the rules. See, they're down tonight. Like I said, you got to buy Rosh Hashanah.
Like I told you, even the S&P's open lower by about 5 or 6 handles. NASDAQ lower by about 16. Russell up 2, and the Dow down 44. Volatility up 5 cents. Bonds up 4 ticks, 116.15. Bitcoin hanging out at 116.3 or so. You can see going sideways in a fairly tight range the last week or so. Ethereum up 28. It too has been going sideways, but still in a nice, decent range. Oil unchanged, up a penny. Gold up another $13 to 37. 19. That's
think
all
it's
I
been,
got.
you think it's kind of weird that we don't really trade a ton of gold. We did have a nice trade on Friday where we bought silver and sold gold. It's not working today, but we did it on Friday and took it off and scalped it, which was nice. But do you think that the bonds have been, they traded 18 and a half the morning before the Fed came out, right?
Yeah.
After the Fed came out, they went up to like 18 and a half is like 18, 16, right? And
Yeah.
then they went up to like 18, I want to say 18,
21.
20. What?
21. 1821.
Yeah, like I was gonna say 1820. And now they're 1612, and they traded down to 1610 or 9 on Friday. But they're right on their butts from that Fed move. Um, it feels a little strange to me. I bought some bonds on Friday. I tried to buy some notes, but I didn't get it. But even the notes have sold off almost a full point. You think it's a trade here?
Obviously, from the long side, it's worked out real well for you.
Yeah, I know. Do you think it's worth? I mean, there's no juice. There's zero premium in there. Like I want to say the IVR in bonds was like under 6 on Friday, and the IVR in notes was like nothing. So there's not much premium in there.
Yeah,
but,
TLT is 6. Yeah.
And if you look at the premium, I mean, it's dog crap. So there's not a lot to sell in there. Like if you want to get long by selling puts.
Is that a trader term you guys use on Sunday?
On Sunday we use dog crap.
Dog crap, got it. Understand. I haven't been on for a couple of Sundays, and I know why now. You guys have really changed things. Please don't hit me, Tom. Please don't hit me. Break my other arm. Please don't break my other arm. Please.
I mean, I don't want to ruin the whole story about the arm, the arm and a cast, because I think we need to save that for tomorrow morning because it's too good. But we'll see what happens.
All right, it's fine. It's fine. Tune in Monday. Find out what Tom.
You got to tune in Monday.
Find out what Tom did to me to break my arm. You'll see. You'll see.
And don't act up between now and tomorrow morning, or you're going to lose the other arm, and then it's going to be then it's going to be a bad scene.
You've always wanted to be that tough guy, didn't you? Like,
for sure. And I'm not opening up your lunchbox for you tomorrow, or like unscrewing the cap to your soda, or whatever it is. Don't pull that crap with me. Try to be normal.
I'm going to do my best. I'll do my best to be normal, somewhat normal.
Yeah. So, all right. So this week, we had this, obviously this massive, we closed the record highs. There's not much to talk about other than we closed the record highs. Bonds went down, stocks went up. Weird. Gold went up, stocks went up.
I don't know if you have a GDX position, Sadov. I've been working one for a while, and GDX was on like a 2 or 3 day slide, and then on Friday it was up $3.50.
I know. I hate that stock. I just want to go on record as I despise that stock on it with all my being.
I mean, the expected move for 40 days is 7.5. It was up 3.5 on.
I said I despise that stock with all my being.
Okay.
But anyway,
in the same boat then.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you think for this week? What's your early thoughts?
Sell Rosh Hashanah, dude.
It's never been that. That's you're.
Hey, are you censoring me now? All right, it's sell Rosh Hashanah. You could sell the beginning of the week. You'll have to buy it at the end of the week. That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
I hate when Italians get like this momentary bit of Judaism in them. And all of a sudden they start choking out that's like me sitting up here and talking about, what is it? Saint.
I want to see your example. Nobody help them.
I forgot what it is. Like, what's the saint, whatever, Saint Anthony, Saint Benjamin, what's the saint they carry around at Mulberry Street? What saint is that? Which one is that?
Saint San Gennaro. That's what they call it, the San Gennaro feast.
Okay, Saint San Gennaro.
It's the feast of Saint Anthony, and they call it San Gennaro.
I don't know.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. All you Catholics, you got these dumb rules. What do I know? All I know is when we were kids, my dad used to take me there, and we used to pin the dollars.
Yes.
He used to pin the dollars on the thing going by.
That's right.
Yeah. My dad was a big fan of pinning dollars.
Was he?
He loved the San Gennaro feast.
Everybody, yeah, for sure. You kidding?
And he loved pinning dollars on the pin the tail on the donkey type thing.
Beautiful.
Oh.
What'd you do here?
I just covered some futures that I was sold on Friday afternoon, and I forgot to cover them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we were on a plane, and the flight attendant told me to close my laptop, and I didn't want to leave it again on the plane, so I just left them out and got lucky. They opened a little lower.
Yeah. 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 You saved yourself 4 handles or so.
Saved myself 6 handles.
Nice.
Um, yeah, I sold some at like 18, and they went up to like 35, and then
Mhm.
they went back down and closed at like 21. So they sold off a little bit on the close. That's, something.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, I mean, we
Well, you
traded.
asked me what do I think. Now I'm going with the sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. So sell the beginning of the month, beginning of the week, buy the end. What are you going with? The opposite? Please. That's the only thing that's going to make me feel good.
No, no, no. I'm just telling you I'm bearish, but I'm telling you what the saying is.
Now you're wrong.
Oh my God, I'm going to Google it. Okay, I'm going to ask the only person that would. This will be the official thing. Okay, we
Okay.
will. I'm going to ask Chat GPT. I'm going to ask
Would
Google.
you like to bet $20?
No.
Well, you don't want to bet $20? Just a,
Um,
just a sawbuck?
I'm,
Something?
I'm asking Google AI right now.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, ask Chat GPT. It's probably better. Even the S&P is down 7, as foretold.
It doesn't. It says this is the best answer ever because it's right. It
What's it say?
says there is no definitive financial advice to sell Rosh Hashanah or buy Rosh Hashanah because the phrase does not refer to anything specific and it's all random. That's their answer, which is exactly right.
Well, according to Wall Street seasonal pledge, it's sell on Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well, I already DK'd that. I just told you that's meaningless.
All right. Well, when I'm right this week, you'll
All right.
bow.
Well, let's talk about before we bring on Ilya because he's sitting pacing around the green room right now, dying to get on. But
Well, he's the best Jew we got. I mean, he probably has the answer.
yes, for sure.
For sure.
Let's take a look and just see kind of, just based on where some of the stuff closed and some of the crazy moves we had on Friday. And, you know, I
It was
think
business
Friday,
as usual all week long. So I don't know if we drifted higher and to the right. I mean,
I
it was
think that
volatility contracted. It's 1770. I mean, there was really no stopping the bull that we had all week long.
I mean, some of the stocks that really were strong on Friday, it was mostly Apple, wasn't it? I mean, that was the Apple and Microsoft. Microsoft was up like $9. Apple was up like,
Seven
I
and a
think
half.
yeah, Apple was up $7 or something. Let me see, seven and a half.
740. Microsoft up 9.5.
Yeah. So it was Apple and those were your
But
big.
there were others
No, no,
too.
there was Oracle was up and there was stuff like that. But those
Oracle was
were the
up
big
like
guns.
$13. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the big guns.
Mm-hmm. $12. Sorry.
Yeah. I think it was. Do you think we reached a level of? You think there's any signs of exhaustion? I didn't see much.
I don't see it yet. I mean, volatility, like I said, depressed all the time. You need an uptick in volatility. You actually need an uptick in volatility on an up day, which would be nice. But again, you got sell Rosh Hashanah, so you have that for a short little hope for you guys.
Okay, because I didn't see apps. I really didn't see much.
No,
And
there wasn't anything. There wasn't.
here's the other question I'll ask you, just before we bring in Ilya. What's cheap?
I mean, now I'm going to piggyback you here. I mean, I guess you got to say. I guess you'd have to say, volatility is cheap.
Okay, volatility is cheap. What else?
You might say, oil's a 50-50 shot.
All right.
You know, I mean, other than that, you don't have any.
You got on the cheap side, you have natural gas and
I was
oil.
gonna say maybe nat gas would be the other one, but even that's 320. I mean, I'd rather see it under 3 to say it's cheap.
You got natural gas and oil. You could argue bonds are a little cheaper than where they've
You can
been.
argue bonds.
You can
Okay.
argue the US dollars is cheap.
Cheap relative, sure.
Cheap relative. And other than that, you don't have much.
No.
And if it gets down into like the stock world here, and when you go through your stock list, you can maybe argue. I mean, I'm just going to show you how slim pickings this is. You can maybe argue that Nike's cheap.
Yeah, I know that's a tough one to.
And you can maybe argue that Boeing's a little bit on its butt.
Right, right.
Or you can maybe argue that Costco is maybe just a little cheap,
I mean,
but
these are really fringe players,
they're
right?
totally fringe players. There's not much out there.
Mhm.
And that is the scary thing, is that these are just fringe players.
Yeah.
And they're not the kind of players you can put up, you can't sink a lot of, like, you're not going to take a big shot with any of these things.
No.
So I think that you know, that's my whole list of things that are cheap.
You got your Reddit. Reddit was down 6 and change. I know you were a little bit short.
It was down 17 at one point.
Yes, it was, but it
I bought
closed
some down
down.
17 on, I bought some down 18, I think, on Friday. Because I was just covering some shorts, but I didn't cover all of them, of course, because I'm too smart for that.
Yeah, of course, you got them right where you want them.
All right, it's 5:11, and we're going to go for till about 5:30 tonight. So let's bring in Ilia.
Sure, let's go.
And then don't forget, we have the show starting at 1:30 a.m. in Central Time, starting in London with Rich and Angie, and then Tony and I come on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And if you missed the show in New York, you can see us in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks,
When Tom will break my other arm.
in LA at the
LA,
Fonda
he'll take
Theater.
my right arm away from me.
We only have 3 shows left this year: LA, Charlotte, and Austin. And so if you want to check out this live trading show, which is one of our favorite shows, those are the only 3 cities we're going to be in for the rest of the year.
I remember LA and Charlotte. I don't remember you telling me I got to go to Austin. We might have an out trade.
Okay, well, don't worry. We'll just we can go to the zoo and pick somebody else up.
And speaking of zoo, Ilya, how are you, my friend?
Shalom.
Shalom. Listen, you're the best one of those people that we got. Is it Sel Rosh Hashanah, by Yom Kippur, or by Yom Kippur, Sel Rosh Hashanah?
It's Sel Rosh Hashanah by Yom Kippur.
I had it right. It's 2 against 1. Sosnoff, a cashew, and a Jew. We win. Bing, bing.
That is such a bunch of crap. I've been doing this for longer than both of you combined. Nope.
That's a lie.
Well, the good news is it doesn't work, so it doesn't really matter.
Very true.
Uh-huh. I get
How's it going, gentlemen?
Doing okay. What do you think here, my friend?
I have no kind of read on the stock market here. I was a little bit short into the Fed. I've taken it off because obviously the market is breaking out. My gold longs are working. My dollar
What do you mean,
I think, is
obviously, the
starting to
market's
work.
breaking out? It's obviously at a high.
Well, yeah. Well, no, breaking higher, right? So if I'm short, I'm not standing in its way. So I got out on Friday. Once the S&P broke out, I didn't have anything on in the Nasdaq, thankfully, or the Russell, but the S&P finished Fed Day a little bit softer positioning wise than the rest. So I waited a little bit to find out, and then once I found out, goodbye. So I don't have anything on there, and to your point, there's no signs of exhaustion here. Like, I'm not by any means an enthusiastic buyer of the indexes here, but I'm not selling them either. I'm just going to sit in my dollar longs that have started to work, my metal longs that are working still against the odds. I was getting a little bit worried there going into the Fed, but so far so good. And I bought some bonds because I think the pullback makes them a little bit cheap relative. So I just bought a little call vertical. I mean, there was basically no vol in them, so it was super cheap.
There's no vol in there at all. I think the notes might actually be better here at 12.5 than the bonds, but I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. I mean, I look at this and I go, okay, in the notes, against the better advice of one Dylan Radigan, if you start thinking, you go, okay, well, what else is there? We're not going to bake in any more rate cuts this year. The Fed has said what they're going to say, and the market's already priced it all in. It's all there. So I liked the bonds more because I thought there was more room there for something to actually occur, for something to be speculative at the long end. At the front end, I'm not sure there's anything to say anymore.
I don't know, Sadnov. When you've got these fringe stocks like OKLO,
No, I agree with you. I'm not arguing.
$30. AppLovin, and I know it's a $600 stock going up $27. Oracle coming back up $13. This Apple up $7, well outside the expected move. That seemed like a little bit of a blow off top to me. I don't think we fall, 10%, 15%, 20% from here. but you gotta think if volatility up.
It's a risk reward thing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
It's a risk
You got a
reward thing
perfect
here.
storm.
It's totally a risk reward thing here.
Mhm. Sure,
And
yeah.
but I've been in the same risk reward position for weeks now, and it hasn't really cost very much, but it definitely hasn't made me anything. It's been anything, we're down small net on balance because the premiums come in a little bit, but there's definitely, it's been impossible to be on the short side and make any money on some of these stocks. But I think the pot odds still favor the downside in a big way.
I totally agree with all of that. I just need to see some kind of a downtick. I need the price action to show me something. I don't need the
I finally
absolute
don't blame
top.
you, Ilya. This is what I've been saying for a long time. I finally don't blame you for saying that, because why fight it? I mean, there's been no sign to fight it.
Yeah.
The only
Show
reason
me,
you
like,
fight it.
when in August it showed something, I said, okay, it looks like it's getting a little, like the feet are dragging a little. Let's take a shot. Let's see. Oh, it didn't work. Okay, get out. Wait. Show me something.
Yeah. No.
The only reason you fight it is because when they start to go down psychologically, it's so damn hard to pull the trigger into a down move that if you don't pull it into an up move, you almost can't pull it into a down move. And
I have
that.
no kind of problem. Like if I see this thing sell and it looks like, oh, I'm going to be selling at the lows, that's okay. If the move is big enough, it'll have momentum once it cracks. This rubber band has been pulled so far that when it snaps, it's got room.
Well, I mean, I think we'd all like to see a little two-sided action. I mean, that's what that's what we're
that would be good.
Yeah.
At this point, the only long risk I have on is a leap on Brazilian stock ETFs that expires at the end of the year. I've been sitting in it for like 3 months already. It's working, but nothing exciting as far as like a nice 2-3 week trade thing in stocks that I can find.
All right, boys. So
just buy dollars.
It's a very quiet Sunday night because the funny thing is they're about almost 25 handles off the high they made on Friday afternoon, which is kind of weird.
That's the first time. This is the first time we've seen that in any type of overnight action.
Yeah, and there's not just overnight, but the sell off on the close on Friday. They're about 25 handles off the highs, which I thought was a little bit of like a some short covering panic high, whatever. But this is the one time I'm gonna agree with you both in the sense that it's a little early I'm already short, so I'm not gonna get more short, but I will say this. I don't think anybody else is short. I don't think the world's short right here.
No, it doesn't look like it.
And rightfully so. I mean,
yeah, the retail investors are very long bias right here. Option traders, very long bias. I mean, there was the number of calls over puts, the amount of just long bias in portfolios here, and why not?
Sure. And we had huge volume last week with triple witching, so quadruple witching, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever. And totally long bias, and you're right, every single thing. So it's good. But I will say the scariest thing for me is there are a lot of stock market geniuses right now. A lot.
It's a crowded space. I didn't know I had so many genius friends, to be quite honest with you.
I did a TV hit on Thursday, and I was in the room with 5 economists, and they, believe it or not, one was more bullish than the other, and so they were all geniuses. And then after that, with a bunch of money managers, and they were all bullish, so they were all geniuses too. There's a lot of geniuses out there.
Yeah.
Okay. And last week was with a whole nother group of geniuses. So, bull markets, they have this,
On the future side, the COT report that came out Friday had us, as of Tuesday, the most net short on S&P contracts since January 24, give or take, maybe February 2024. But That's
No, but
not a great analog because
very
there wasn't
misleading.
really a big pullback there.
But just so you know, that's really misleading because
It is.
buy programs have been setting up. So that means you buy stock and sell futures. And the reason for that is when interest rates drop, buying stock is a better play. In other words, you make more money if rates drop. So because if you're long stock, your carry costs are lower. So everybody's been buying stock and selling futures, the ARB guys. So it's I've been attempting to sell Vecchio on the idea that this futures positioning is hedging, and he's like, no, it's not, it's net. I'm like, no, in the futures it's net. Everybody's hedging cash because obviously there's super long cash. Look at where the indexes are. No,
they would have to be. They're long the underlying stocks.
Yeah.
Yes. Long stock.
100%. All right. Well, let's have some fun here and kind of go around the horn on stuff. I think, Ilia, one of the things I said to Tony before was, what's cheap out there?
Bonds and dollar.
Bonds and dollar.
Okay. Bonds and dollar. There's really, I don't really see anything else that screams like, oh my God, this is a mispricing. Like, I guess, you mentioned earlier crude, but is there any good reason? Crude is basically in the middle of its kind of 54 to 74 kind of long range. And this area where it gets stuck, like 62, 63, it's almost like a kind of center axis for the range where it keeps getting stuck there until it's got a swing this way toward 54 or 74. It's not doing anything here. It's stuck. So again, I'd like to see it show me, like, okay, either we're going toward the bottom of this thing or toward the top, but do something. So I'm looking at it, but I don't have a good opinion. I like being long dollars because they're cheap and they've started moving. And I like being long bonds because I think maybe at the long end there was a little bit of a discount. The trend is still up. That's really all I got. And I'm long gold until it proves me otherwise, and silver.
All right, Bat, it's your turn.
What's cheap? I echo what Ilia says. I guess I would add, only other one I would add would maybe be natural gas, as you point out, Tom. Even that I'd like to see closer to 3 than 320 where it is right now. Other than volatility, there's nothing else that's cheap out there. I will give you one more thing about selling early right now. You got the Bears. I'm talking about the Chicago Bears up by 10, beating the Cowboys. That's another signal that you can sell early in the week.
If ever there was a signal, this is it.
And Ilia finally capitulated. He's, want to watch. And
I would think Ilia capitulating is way better than the Bears. But
I capitulated twice in the past week. I had him on, took him off, had him on, took him off again.
It's been too easy to buy every dip. It's obnoxious almost to the point. Yes. Really,
somebody's got to get burnt buying a dip someday, because
one time. Yep.
Yeah. So as we kind of wrap this up here tonight, I did just sell some puts in the notes tonight. I just sold some 12 and a half puts at 33. They're 33, 34 now. I came in long a little bond. So I'm agreeing with Ilia on the bond side. With respect to the US dollar, Ilia, I'm a little short the euro. I'm long the yen. So I guess I'm kind of straddled.
Yeah. I was a little bit short the pound last week. I took it off, thankfully. I was long the pound, short the euro. I flipped the pound over, so made a little bit on the long side, and then got shook out, thankfully, in profit. And now I'm short the pound, short the euro, short the Aussie, short the CAD, short the yen. I'm short it all.
Yeah, well, I'm long yen. I'm never getting out of that position. So, Tony, as far as the rest of the indexes go, I'm short the S&Ps, I'm short the NASDAQ, I'm long bonds, I'm long notes. I am definitely long volatility a little bit here. Like, I'm not, I'm short premium, but I'm just playing long vol by being short all these indexes. Mm-hmm. We have no gold position. I have no crude oil position, no silver position, but I am long, pretty long natural gas right here. With respect to different stocks, I'm short Reddit. I'm short Meta. and I'm short RBLX. And I'm short premium in Microsoft and Tesla and Google and Oracle. And I'm long a couple of crappy stocks like Nike, which has not worked. And I can't remember. I'd have to go to my positions. I don't want to really waste a lot of time. I'm long little Costco and I'm long PayPal. And those are three stocks that I'm long. I'm long all three of those stocks because I think they're closer to their lows than their highs. That's for sure. And I'm looking for a spot this week to get a little bit short things like I think Hood is way over its, at 125. I think it's going to be interesting short here. I think that also it's really hard to trade AppLovin, but I really do want to sell that going into the, obviously into the index. And let's just see what else. And I'm short Meta, but I'm not short Microsoft yet, but I want to be short Microsoft. And I'm going to leave it there. That's what my position looks like. You got to trade the liquid stuff right now because you just can't go into those. There's just not enough liquidity out there in some of these junky stocks.
Yep. Totally agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tight.
And we are short some premium. I should say I have no real Bitcoin ETFs on, but I am short the Ethereum ETF, and that premium has come in nicely in the last couple of weeks. That's ETHA. It was rich as hell, and it's come in a little bit. So we're probably finally back to even or up a little bit of money in there. But it's definitely 2 or 3 cents wide on a cheap stock. The off mid price, but it's still tradable, and there's enough juice in there. And that's kind of
There's
my
an interesting little range bottom there on IBIT. Obviously, I'm Bitcoin underlying, but I like IBIT as the vehicle because you can get some cheap exposure.
Yeah.
And there's a nice little range there, right under 65. If it can get under that, I'd be interested in seeing it back to 61, but not quite ready yet.
Well, the biggest risk of any product out, I think the AI, obviously the tech stocks they could drop a lot because I don't know who's buying below. But also I think that Bitcoin could drop a lot because I'm not sure where the buyers are below. But I think
both of them feel like an air pocket under.
I think both those feel like an air pocket to me. Exactly.
I agree.
And I also think that you could get a little bit of an air pocket in volatility because I think there's been a lot of sellers over the last couple of months. And although I think the high frequency firms are long vol, I don't think the public is. I think everybody's short it. So
it certainly feels like there is a ridiculous amount of complacency out there. So when you do get it going, it'll leap because it doesn't look like there's a lot of two-way exposure under it.
That's fair. All right, boys. Well, that's all we got tonight. It's going to be a short one because, we pulled the bat out of basically, out of his hospital bed for this one tonight. Yeah. But we'll see you guys tomorrow, bright and early. We'll see everybody early tomorrow morning. Show starts at 7 a.m. I'll be there.
Stay online for a minute. I got recognized at Whole Foods. I want to tell you all about it because I know how much you enjoy it.
Oh, my God.
We're going to take a quick 90-second break, and I'll see you all on Monday. Ilia, you too. Peace. Oh, my hand.